42 feels like 22. And it does.
Let me see what we got outside. We are 34, feels like 17.
Yeah.
With wind gusts up to 33 miles an hour.
We got 40s over here.
Yeah. 17 is,
It's
no
down.
bueno. It's going to get colder.
Ours, it's 42 right now. We've got a low of 38, which means it's going to feel like 19 or 20.
Our feels like tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. feels like 9. Yeah. Yeah. So, I already got Benny's sweater pulled out. I'll throw it on him when I got to take him downstairs. But, yeah, man, it's been an interesting week. So my soccer update, we lost in the semifinals, but got in as the at-large team, or one of the at-large teams into regionals. So we're like the Oklahoma or Alabama. Didn't win the SEC, but we're still in. My hope is we're more Ole Miss, but we'll see.
And you guys got Mandarin?
Mandarin next Friday.
How everything comes full circle in life. It's crazy.
I never got to beat him as a player. Beat him once. That was Nate's year. So I'm really hoping that this is kind of two wins would be nice, and it's at their place.
Nice.
So that'll be Friday, and then assuming that goes well, like I said, we're the 6 seeds. That's a 6-3 game. Winner will play the winner of the 2-7, which are also both local teams. So the top half of the bracket somehow ended up being all Panhandle teams. So we avoided any of those drives.
Do that, yeah.
Yeah, because there was a chance it would have been next Friday. We're going to Pensacola for a 7:00 game, 6-hour drive.
That's because it's like 300 something miles away from Tallahassee, which is already 2 hours away from Jax.
So
that shit, it like always scared me driving from Palm Coast to Tally. Is 217 miles, and then you get to like 10, 18 miles out from Tally, and you start seeing Pensacola signs, and it goes right back up to like 300, and you're like, fuck, thank God I don't make that drive.
You're like, you might as well just be in Alabama at that point. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's my update. We'll see.
Hell yeah.
It's been good. It's been a good year. But like I said, if I have to draw any comparisons, I'd rather be an Ole Miss, because Georgia won the SEC.
Yes.
I
don't remember who they beat. Alabama. Yeah,
it was
They
Alabama.
beat Bama, yeah.
So, we'll see. But, yeah, man, I finally feel like it's the weekend now, but I finally feel like I'm able to, like, catch up on sports stuff. Mm-hmm. I feel like the last couple of weeks have been, like, what's going on, like, tonight? And now I'm able to, like, kind of look out and be like, oh, here's what's going on, like, the last couple of days.
Like, that, we'll get into some stuff. Trade deadline's here. I was like,
Deadline
it's
is
like...
Tuesday, yeah?
I think it's the
Tuesday or Thursday.
3rd or the 5th, one of the two.
Okay, yeah, Tuesday or Thursday.
These things.
But to your point, it's here.
Yeah.
And, we really haven't, basketball was the first thing I was going to say, but we really haven't dove into too much of that, but...
I'll be honest, I haven't watched any basketball. Like, I've been watch these NFL games, watch these college games, and then, like, on my days off, I'm either doing this or I'm playing video games.
For good reason.
Still haven't transitioned into basketball. But, I mean, there's nothing else to watch now, so...
Well, we'll get into some soupy stuff.
Yeah.
Because that is coming up Sunday. But, yeah, for basketball, the two things for me, which I guess could have brought it up over the last couple of weeks, but it's kind of been further reinforced that we haven't talked about it. Like, obviously, your Warriors record safe officially. Mm-hmm. Congrats. Can't get caught. But I do still feel like the Thunder are probably still the best team.
Yeah, I would say so.
But Pistons only one loss behind them. The Spurs have beaten the Thunder, 3 times now? Timberwolves beat them earlier this week. Like, they're not they're not this. I don't think they're this juggernaut that we had thought for the first maybe 2 to 3 months of the season.
Right, because they looked untouchable at the beginning of the season. I mean, we were talking
Big time.
Yeah,
I mean, even now, looking at their point differential now is still double anybody in the Western Conferences. They have a 12.3 point differential. It easily clears anybody in the Western Conference, almost as much, almost double what the Eastern Conference has too. Detroit, it's at 6.7. Boston's at 6.6. So they're still blowing out teams. They're still winning games. But these losses, 38-11 is obviously nothing to sneeze at. But I do think it's crazy that. Let me put it this way. In conference record, so Oklahoma against the Western Conference, 39-7.
mm-hmm.
When you look at it on that surface, you're like, wow, they're really good in conference. But to consider that against teams in the East, that means that they're 9-4 against teams in the Eastern Conference. So you kind of look at that, you're like, oh well, that's good, but is that a championship winning team? Maybe,
maybe catch the right team, right? Because they still got to go through their gauntlet. So if the team that had your number throughout the season didn't make it, then you're looking like, okay, well, we survived these guys. The team that had our number all year isn't there, so it should be, not that playing for championships lacks, but a little less stressful there for you.
Yeah, I mean, I do think, if I had to say it now, I think the Western Conference is stronger, but I think that whatever team comes out of the East puts up a good fight.
Definitely.
But yeah, so trade deadline. Let's get into a couple things. Obviously, Paul George got suspended today, 25 games for anti-doping. Apparently, there's a whole story about when he was trying to rehab and I guess get his mental health right. Took something he shouldn't have. It sucks, but that is what happens with some of these guys. Obviously, I don't think that's as big as like a scandal per se of the performance enhancing stuff that baseball went through, but it sucks to see somebody of that stature. And the 76ers, who kind of turned around their season a little bit and trying to make a decent playoff run. But, yeah, all it says here is 25 games without pay. He says he apologized to the Sixers teammates, Philly fans, poor decision making during this process. The suspension is going to cost him $11.7 million, which is crazy. Yeah, they went from last season disaster to they're currently 6th in the East. So losing that's going to hurt.
Yeah, it's probably, maybe they still make it to the play-ins, but it's probably going to tarnish their playoff hopes a little bit.
The thing for me, when we're talking trades, again, there are going to be I'm going to call them smaller deals that are going to be done all the way up until the deadline. But the big one is going to be, I think, if Giannis goes.
Yeah, that's the big one I was looking at too. And then where? Obviously. What team needs him the most necessarily? Or do you think he's going to do this Kevin, I mean, we've only seen him on one team. You think he's going to do this Kevin Durant thing where he just kind of hops around till he finds a good fit? Or...
Well, so here's... I think because he's been in what? He's been a Buck for, this is year 9? Year 8? One of those two. He's not quite at 10 years yet.
Yeah.
But I think the thing for me, and let me pull up, there was a list of possible trades for him. I think the thing for me is, he was the face of that franchise. You win a title, he's kind of the guy. I feel like there were always flirtations about him leaving, but now that he's actually said, hey, I want to go. I mean, 31 years old, he's kind of been riddled with injuries over the last year or two. You're kind of at a point now, is this the big trade? Is this where he goes to play the next 5 to 6 seasons and potentially try to win a title?
So you're 13 for him, by the way.
Really?
Yep. Came in the league 2013.
Oh my god. That's awful. All right, so here's what ESPN has up. So 11 teams with the most to offer. So this is Hawks here being the first one, and the trades get crazy because he's making, I think 58 this year. Next year 60 million. Mm-hmm. So a lot of you have to add in draft picks as well as you have to match those contracts. But two first round picks. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 first round picks, 2 swaps, plus players to make the money work. That would be the Hawks. The Detroit Pistons would be scary. They would go 6 first round picks. Here's my issue though. If you do that, this feels like them trying to say, hey, like, we're going to compete with Oklahoma City for this dynasty status over the next, let's say, 5 seasons. Like, they're already good this year. Like, they're already having a fantastic year.
Mm-hmm.
That would be crazy to me. But if they were to do that, it even says here, like, contracts that they'd have to move. Tobias Harris, sure. But Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duren, like, guys who are having great seasons. Ajer Thompson's having a great year. You're gonna have to give up a chunk of your team.
A bunch, yeah. And then, like, what does that do? Any one of these teams we could say this for. What does that do to the team dynamic too? Because kind of has to fit in, or at least mesh well with the schemes you got going on. Because teams are gonna change their defense against you now, so you can't just plug and play necessarily, and especially if you're losing some of your main parts.
Warriors are on here. Obviously, it would be Jimmy Butler. Would be part of it because he's making 54. Houston Rockets are on here. Miami Heat, Minnesota, the Knicks, Oklahoma City, and Portland and San Antonio. So, I don't know. I'm of two minds here. He's kind of spoken about where he wants to go. I know that, like, he said New York. I really don't think the Knicks are going to trade for him. I think he's going to want to go to a contender. He's going to want to go to a team where maybe he doesn't even have to be the top guy. He can just be part of a winning program. To me, like, looking at what could work, if Detroit wants to take the swing, my God, that would change that team. And where was the other one I saw? I mean, if Golden State can put together a package for him.
I saw something. Let me pull it up here. Here we go. Yep. We would probably have to give up Kuminga and Podziemski. And then, like you said, Butler, because he's got 54. I think that's... I mean, wouldn't you do that? If you
Here's what I see.
Like,
so this is from John Hollinger at The Athletic. He would say 4 first-round picks, then Butler, Podziemski, Kuminga, but you get Giannis and you get Miles Turner.
Mm-hmm. Because they would have to balance it out a little bit. So that's a scary let's win now team right there.
You're really saying if you're Golden State, like, this year into next year have to be the 2 years that this project works. I don't think the Jimmy Butler thing has failed, per se.
No.
I think that, I would say last year, you get out of the first round against Houston, and were they ever really in contention to win it? No, because Oklahoma's had a great season.
Mm-hmm.
But, Steph's, 37?
Something like that.
Up there. The issue is, if you want to make this trade, you're putting a maximum 2-year clock to say it has to happen now. Because, by God, what a waste would it be to trade all those first-round picks plus young guys in the program to try for 2 years, nothing comes of it, or say, God forbid, there's an injury or something, and then that's what's going to cripple your franchise for the next, like, if you 5 draft picks,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to be bad, and then you have nothing to go off of, right? I mean, I don't know if it's a direct comparison, but like when Brooklyn traded for Kevin Durant and Paul Pierce, like the old guys, they traded all of those first round picks. Like that's what Jaylen Brown came from, Jason Tatum came from, and that's like the great blueprint of what not to do.
Mm-hmm. It's a high risk, high reward scenario. Potentially, you hope. I mean, that's what you're hoping for, right? But we've seen it go south, and then now they're on different teams. You don't even have those guys anymore. So,
well, and that's no, it's not going to be easy. Whatever gets done, it does say here that like the Bucks, if they just wait until the summertime, they're going to get better offers, which I believe, because you're only going to get desperation right now with the teams that are actually like contending. But like, if I am, where was the next one? Next one would have been. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's the. Okay, here was the Giannis and the Timberwolves. So if you're the Timberwolves, to get Giannis and Drew Holiday, you're giving up Mike Conley, sure. Jaden McDaniels, great defender. Julius Randle's having a good season. Naz Reid's playing well, and a bunch of first-round picks. So you're trading half of your starting lineup to get one guy. It's really got to be worth it.
I mean, look at where they have finished in recent years. We talk about the NFL coaches, on the losing teams, right? Your Jets, your Raiders. Like, this next season has to be at least a 500, right? If you're going out in the first, second round, I mean, I think one year they made the semis, or the conference finals. Hold on. You have to at least make it there again. Or in your thought process, you're thinking, okay, I can give up my starting lineup because we haven't won the whole big thing. If we add Giannis and Drew Holiday, then we really stand a great chance to win the whole thing. So why not, right? It's not like they're out here. Like if you're OKC, I'm a little more hesitant to switch up my starting lineup. That's just one last year, and then is 2 leading this year.
Yeah.
Looking, quote, invincible, as we were saying earlier in the season. I'm a little more hesitant if I'm them. If I'm one of those teams that's like getting to the playoffs but not making that next step, I think I'm more okay with taking that risk.
I think that's fair. But, yeah, I guess we'll see. If I had to put a feeling on it, I don't think he gets moved before Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever it is. Especially now that he's hurt. I think teams are probably going to be more cautious to just throw a bag of picks on players. They'll probably wait to see what this looks like, see what the season finishes as. That's probably where I'm at. But yeah, he would be. I mean, that's the big chip, right? That's the one that everybody's talking about. I haven't really seen too many other trades, but I think the only other thing for the NBA that I saw, obviously All-Star Weekend is coming up. Mm-hmm. I believe the starters are out. Okay, so here are your all-star rosters. This is always fun to go through because I believe it's a mixture of votes from. I know that the public can vote, but then I'm also pretty sure it's a mix of like media plus other players to get in the starting rosters, because only the starting rosters are announced, and then the reserves, I think, come out. Is it maybe next week?
West roster is an Olympic team.
Yeah, well, that's I wanted to get into that. I want to get into that. So it actually says the reserves will be announced Sunday. So by the time this is out, we'll know.
I'll look for that. I'll look back tomorrow.
I wanted to briefly touch on the All-Star game because it's different, because they're not doing East versus West. They're doing USA versus rest of world, which I like. But it's 3 teams this year. So it's like three mini teams, essentially. 3 mini games. So you're going to go 2 teams of U.S. players, 1 team of international players. Okay. And then the NBA coaches will vote in who the reserves are.
Okay.
So it's positionless. So it's just anybody can get in. And then once they actually like decide who's going to be on the teams, then we'll see what the positions look like. But there's a couple of interesting names here for people that they think should be. I'm on CBS right now. Who should be the reserves from both? But there's a couple of like big names. You're like, oh my god, how did that person not get voted in? And then we'll get to the starters in a second. So here are your reserves. Reserves to the East: Pascal Siakam, Norman Powell, Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson, Michael Porter Jr., Scotty Barnes, Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
Fair. Donovan Mitchell's like, kind of crazy that he's not there.
Yeah.
Here are your Western Conference reserves: Chet Holmgren, sure. I'm gonna mess his name up. Denny Avdija is
Okay.
having a breakout season. Devin Booker, Jamal Murray, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Edwards. Already, that team
That's the
could win
reserves.
on its own. Yeah. So let's get into these starters.
Okay.
So Western Conference is Wemby, Shea, Steph Curry, Luka, Jokic.
Yep.
That's 1 American and 4 international. So already we're not off to a hot start.
No.
Moving into the East: Giannis, Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Cade Cunningham, Jaylen Brown. So there's your 5 international starters done.
Yeah.
Now, if I don't know if Giannis will play because of the injury, so if you assume he'll get replaced, but there's plenty of guys to pull from for that team. But ridiculous the amount of talent that's here. I love that JB is a starter. But who wins here between your USA versus international?
I think the international would win that one.
Yeah, I'm leaning
just-
that way too.
There's just too much moxie on one squad.
I guess that's true. There will be a second U.S. team, so there's a chance that U.S. team gets diluted anyways,
Even more.
which I think would hurt them. But yeah, and I guess you could add Donovan Mitchell, you could add Anthony Edwards. All again, you said it, all Team USA guys, which is essentially what it's going to turn into. But that's in 2 weeks, so we might have to do a. Maybe we'll do like a live one for the. I do love the All-Star Saturday. All-Star game is fine. I think the 3-point and the stuff like that so much better.
I went when it was in New Orleans. Had a great time. Went to the Rookie All-Star game. It was a lot of fun to watch. So it's back
It was
with,
it was in Orlando a while ago. That's a good point. I probably need to. That would be something I would go and get tickets for.
we only went to the rookie one. Other than that, we were indulging in New Orleans, O'Hara's, Cafe Du Monde, Bourbon Street.
There you go.
Yeah.
Where is... So, this year is Inglewood, which is the Clippers are hosting. Next year's Phoenix. Atlanta was 2021. New Orleans was 2017. Orlando was 2012. So you're probably due for you coming back to the South soon. But yeah, that'd be a fun event to go to. But anyways, that's my NBA stuff. Knicks are fine. They kind of went through a little rough patch there for a couple of weeks. Seemed to be back on the up and up. I think we're 12 games over 500, but we'll see. I don't know. Let's get into soupy stuff.
Let's do it.
Because we talked briefly last time with some conference championship predictions. What did you think of conference championship Sunday?
Um, I thought the Patriots game was a snoozer. Like, the Broncos came out, I believe that first drive, and Stidham hit that 53, 54-yard ball, and I said, okay, we're going to have ourselves a football game. Like, this, if he's coming out here slinging it like this is going to be a good football game. I know they had snow and all that going on. And then probably should have taken a nap because it was just overwhelmingly kind of boring, I'll be honest. I remember I was talking to Weber at the time when Broncos went for it on fourth instead of kicking a field goal. And I was like, dude, I think you're here. You don't have your starting quarterback. You got to the red zone. I think you take the points, man. Like, I think you got to take the points in that situation. I mean, you go for a high gamble, and he did state that, like, it shows you got faith in your quarterback. And it's like, I don't need faith in my quarterback. I need to win this football game. And you end up losing by 3. So, I don't know. Again, I'm not there. I'm not the head coach. I am here. So I'm not doing this thing. But I think there'd be a lot of question marks for me as like an owner or GM or something. But the second game, a lot better, in my opinion.
Agreed. I think to finish on the Patriots Denver game, the only like credible thing that I really heard that makes so much sense to me, and I don't understand why it didn't happen in the first place. But if you were watching that game, you knew the weather was getting bad.
Mm-hmm.
I can also pull up my phone and look at the Weather Channel. So if how does somebody part of a billion-dollar franchise not have access to? I wonder what the weather's going to be like in half an hour in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Point being, when you're in the first half, and I get you want to go for it, go up 14, potentially like build that lead, you have to know, like, if it's going to get bad in half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, I need to get the points now.
Yep, because you're
Kick
not
the
going to be
field
able to
goal when
kick
the weather's
field goals.
good.
Yep, not going to be able to kick field goals. Passing the ball is going to get a lot harder. Holding on to the football is going to get a lot harder.
Now, to your point, Stidham, great touchdown. I also think, like, did the Patriots play a great game? No, I don't think anybody did.
Mm-mm.
But their touchdown really only came from a mistake. Right? It was the Stidham fumble when he threw backwards. Like, I'm not saying they didn't deserve it, because of course you're the better team, you won the game. But if he doesn't make that mistake and we're going to play a game of what ifs, I don't see either team scoring again. That just turns into a 3-and-out punt fest for the next 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So that sucks to be Denver, and you're like, oh man, if only you had Bo Nix, right? I think you're in the Super Bowl right now. But it is what it is. Snooze fest, to your point. Saw the score, couldn't believe it at halftime. And then Seattle
doing what they had to do. I mean, I was kind of, I was leaning for the Stafford and the Rams to get in, but Seattle's looking like a damn good football team. I mean, they won a nail biter there, but watching that game, I felt the whole time I was like, the Seahawks got this. Like, I wasn't really like, teetering like, okay, maybe the Rams got it. Maybe, now they pull ahead or what have you. But the whole time I was kind of like, the Seahawks, they got this. They just look like the better football team here. Mm-hmm. And watching the two games, they look like the better football team than the Patriots. Because like you said, their one touchdown came from a blunder that, happens every once in a while, right? But they didn't really do anything to win that game.
Sure.
Broncos kind of lost it.
Sure.
So I think going into this one, I'm fairly confident I'm going to lock in the Seahawks as my prediction.
Yeah. What was I was looking at it before. What do you think the line is?
Probably maybe 4.5.
I think it's more. Let's see.
ESPN's got it right at 4.5. Let's ride.
It is 4.5, okay. Yeah, to me that has Seattle written all over it. But I think I think if either Seattle or LA, I think would have put up a good fight. I think they're both quality enough teams. I think that you probably saw enough from Seattle at the end to say they're a pretty complete team with Sam Darnold at quarterback.
But I mean, I said it last time. Like he's done this back-to-back years now on two different teams. You know, gone
Two different
for
or should have been one seeds, but yeah.
gone for 13, 14 wins. Like maybe he's just that dude.
I do think too, to knock the Jets or even what was it, Carolina or San Fran, like these teams build a scheme for him to succeed. The Patriots build something for Drake May to be successful. Like a bad team just says, "Oh, you're the quarterback. Go figure it out. Go make some special plays." Like Darnold doesn't have to do anything that's outside of his ability. I think that's
Right.
fair to say. Stafford just gets to go and be himself and lead a good team. So I'm sure that'll come into it. I think that Seattle's probably got a better defense, probably a better offense, if not debatable. And the special teams has been outstanding. We'll see. I think 4.5 is a little low. I could see it opening up a little bit, especially the fact that it's on the West Coast. But we'll see. Should be a good one, though. I do think that this is like the most full circle moment for Seattle with what happened in, what was that, 16?
I think yeah, exactly 10 years ago,
No chance. Was it really?
maybe.
It was 2015, 11 years.
Okay.
I was going to say that would have been too much coincidence right there. So yeah, we'll see. It should be a good game. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I almost wish Super Bowl was tomorrow. Like I almost wish like keep the momentum going. Like there's no longer the Pro Bowl to keep us like interested.
They doing like flag
Yeah, they do the flag. They do like the
skills
different
challenge
events.
and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't. When is it? But it's during the week. It's no longer Sunday.
Oh, it's
So now it's on-
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. 7-on-7 skills challenge. The Mannings will be your head coaches. But like, I don't. It doesn't do it for me. I don't think that they have. Doesn't. I'm sorry. I don't think they have it right. I give these other leagues credit because they're trying to figure it out, but
Yeah, I you know, I do like the. You know, I did like the Pro Bowl game, full pads, right? They're wearing their different color
Yeah.
helmets, or you know, their team's respective helmets. I thought that was cool, but at the same time, with more or stricter rules rather for penalties and stuff, and like protecting players and things like that, why put your body through another war if you don't necessarily
right.
have to?
What's your incentive? Right.
Right. So, I mean, you're like, yeah, you know, 5-time Pro Bowler, like that's awesome. I'm not discrediting that at all. But you know, why put that physical strain on your body an extra week when you could be rehabbing injuries from the season, you know, strength and conditioning, stuff like that.
Do you think it would be? It's just the thought just came to my brain. Would you be interested in NFL doing this mid-season?
Probably not. Because one freak accident and, you know, a team that was 6-0 going into the Pro Bowl break lost their starting running back. And then they go 6 L's in a row.
Daniel Jones, yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know what to do. Hadn't put a whole lot of thought into like how do you fix this.
Great, I have. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, yeah. I hadn't thought about it. Maybe I'll whip something up for another time. But yeah, they're doing what they can, trying to get some views somewhere. Get to see our favorite guys. Like
because everybody else is mid-season. And to your point, like, I get it, but, like, when was the last time somebody opted out of the NBA All-Star? I can't remember, like, a big star doing it. Because it runs the same risk.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess for them, you're not playing the whole game, right? Those guys will get, everybody plays, but you're playing a max 5 to 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more about the event and the star power, and where all the eyes are on this. You're not going to get all the eyes on an ESPN on a Tuesday night.
No.
That's going to be abysmal. I don't know. Maybe that's my next project, is fix the NFL Pro Bowl.
Fix the NFL Pro Bowl. Add it to our docket.
But yes, we talked some hockey, we talked some football. I don't even want to get into the draft stuff too much. We did some of that last week, but Jets are firing their coordinators left and right. They hired a new defensive coordinator, but Aaron Glenn's going to keep the play calling. I don't know. I'm at such a low point with this franchise.
Every time I just think of that video I sent you. It's like, I was born into this. I love my team, but I hate it at the same time.
And it's nothing I can do. Like, as much as I've tried to, like, root again, like, I've got the Jaguars on. Like, as much as it's like hometown stuff, it doesn't carry the same.
It's just not the same. I feel that.
No. Like, the Jags had a great season. And, like, I found myself watching that game against Buffalo, and I'm like, they're gonna lose first quarter. I'm like, yeah, this game's over. It's like, I remember, like, my kids in school were like, oh my gosh, Jags. And we had, like, a Jaguar day, and, like, everybody wore all their Jag stuff, and kids have, like, Trevor Lawrence signed jerseys, and it's like all this support. It's like, oh my gosh, coach, we're going to the game. My dad got tickets. Like, it's so exciting. I've never been to a playoff game. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, you guys are going against Josh Allen. Like, it's not gonna happen. They're like, what are you talking about? Like, we won the division. We're so good. I was like, hey, you guys are too young.
You just
You'll understand.
Stomping out dreams.
Yes. And so we come back in on Monday. They're like, how'd you know?
Yep, you're that old timer on the porch. Like, you'll thank me one day for this.
I'm a Jets fan.
How'd you know I'm a Jets fan?
Yeah.
Listen.
So anybody who knows that pain and misery, I know it quite well. But I wish I didn't. I wish I was a Patriots fan and I could say all these Super Bowls in my lifetime, but I know the other side quite well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's where I'm at right now. NBA was the big one. Let me see what else I had on here.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have some juicy post All-Star break, post trade deadline stories, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm looking at the standings now. Let's see. If I was looking at current playoff runs, because we're about 48 games in, so we're like 55-60% into the season right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at the Eastern Conference, the Pistons, Knicks, Celtics, Raptors, Cavs, 76ers are your top six. But even then, Magic and Heat are only one game back of that. Teams who could realistically win the East, I'm going to say Detroit, New York, and Boston.
Which is crazy without...
Yeah, Boston shouldn't
Tatum.
be here, but they're having a great season.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other outliers, or do you think it's just those three?
I think it's pretty confidently just those three, especially with PG out. So, like, Philly's at the 6, but now I think they're going to fall. Yeah, I think it's those three. Hoping for you, it's your Knicks, but you stay even, and you'll end up with a bottom seed and home court. So
yeah, I think we'll end up as the 2 or the 3. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But to your point, I think those are probably your most likely candidates. Maybe Cleveland makes a run if Donovan Mitchell finishes on a hot streak, but that's where I'm at. Western Conference is kind of open. Besides OKC up top, like teams that could compete, I would go so far as to say Minnesota at the 7 could still, like, it wouldn't shock me if they went on a run. I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's crazy is Minnesota at the 7 seed has almost identical record to Boston as the 3 seed in the East. Like, that's how competitive that top half is. Yeah, Minnesota, Phoenix, LA, Lakers, Houston, San Antonio, Denver, OKC. Clippers are also 8-2 in their last 10. They're still 7 games out of the playoffs, but quickly rising.
Mm-hmm.
Golden State, they're at the 8 seed, but I thought Jimmy Butler, it's going to be tough.
It's gonna be tough. I mean, and like Curry and Draymond, they're vets. They know how to win games. What games to that are crucial and whatnot. It's just gonna be an uphill battle to try to, in my opinion, stay in the play-in picture. Is really what you're fighting for.
Yeah, I think the play-in has kind of added a dynamic to. Oh, as long as you're down to the 10 seed, like, you still got a shot.
You still have a shot, yeah. And I don't think anyone in the 7 through 10 right now is going to be contending for the West. I think even though Phoenix is having a good run, I think it's probably OKC, Denver, San Antonio, and the Lakers.
Yeah, Houston's an interesting one too. I don't know, because Houston does have that, like, veteran presence. And I think San Antonio is still maybe a year away from really competing.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, they've had how many great games against Oklahoma City in the last month and a half?
Right.
And Denver is the 2 seed, and they just got Jokic back, like, last night.
Yeah, so they're sitting pretty. They're fine.
Okay, and I have one more thing. I have a Olympics starts
Okay.
Friday
Oh,
the
yeah.
6th. Are you plugged in at all with the Winter Olympics?
I am not.
Okay, held in Milan this year, in Italy. Milan Cortina. I have a quick, not a story, but give me your Winter Olympics, your top 3 events. Like, if you're scrolling through channels on, like, a Wednesday night coming up next week or the week after, and you're like, oh, there's nothing on TV. Oh, Winter Olympics are on. What's that one go-to that you'd be like, all right, I'll sit down and watch this?
Here's
Because
my thing.
it's not everything.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not everything. Hockey,
Okay.
for sure. Oddly enough, curling.
Love curling.
Like, don't know if that's odd or not, but love a little curling. The bobsleigh is fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And outside of that, speed skating. Dig that too. I think that's probably the most I would watch.
I think for me, curling, he's way up there.
Mm-hmm.
I like the like the skiing and snowboarding to, like, watch, but it's not the same. Like, I don't know, Shaun White was cool because he was like a character kind of, and you would, like, root for him, but, like, I couldn't tell you any of the Americans that are going for snowboarding. Like, it doesn't have that same pull. I guess that's, I don't know, again, to your point, maybe it's not a hot take. But there's a new sport debuting this year. I don't know if you've seen this or not.
Mm-mm.
Okay. It is the only sport that is new this year. Like, I voted in. It's called ski mountaineering. And as it suggests, you have to mountaineer. As in, you are climbing a mountain on your skis. And I don't know who decided that they wanted to watch people suffer. But that's what's going to be happening. So you are basically, it's not like a downhill where you are like moving from the top of the mountain down at like in like a race per se. You need to be able to like walk and climb like up the mountain
with your skis
with your skis with like an ice like a pickaxe like and
in
rope,
like in record time too.
racing against the
Right.
fastest people in the world.
That's crazy.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I have no concept for like how long is this event? Is this like a multi-hour thing? I don't know. That's going to be an interesting one to me. I may end up watching it,
You may watch,
a
yeah.
little bit. I don't know. We'll see. But that's the only new one that's this year. But to piggyback off of what you had said, the only other thing I think it scares the hell out of me, but the luge or the skeleton.
There's a relay in this ski mountaineering too. Sorry, I pulled it up just to educate myself a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm turning it on. I'm turning it on. I'm watching this.
Let me see. Let me see if I can pull the rules.
Both things that I won't do, I might ski.
Yeah, like
But-
yeah, 100%. I'm in.
So I have a respect for it.
Okay, let's see. This past year, the Ski Mountaineering World Cup was held in Salt Lake City. It's called the the men's sprint. I don't really see sprint and ski together. But let's see what these what this is.
See, they're calling it skimo. I like that.
Schema. Oh, that's
Skimo.
clever.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
clever. I like
All right.
that.
I'm in. I'm here for it.
Oh my gosh. I'm deep in this right now. I want to see some times. Oh, here we go. Results. Let's go to men's sprint. Oh my god, is that hours?
It would have to be.
Oh my god, 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the fast. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Oh, I'm looking at world records right now. 2 hours and 43 minutes.
What was the? Does it show you like ascent and descent thing?
It does. It did on here.
Because I think the Olympic, what I just pulled up, was it being 70 meters.
70-meter climb.
Mm-hmm.
Would I guess be 210 feet?
Yep. Just about. Which, have you been to Animal Kingdom?
Not in a long time.
No. Hold on, I think.
Does that significance mean something?
Yeah, if I remember this. Yep. Expedition Everest at Animal Kingdom is 199.5 feet tall. So,
Okay.
essentially, they'd have to hike that and then a little bit more.
Yeah, okay. I've never been on that though.
You've seen it, though, yeah?
Okay, I typed in how high is the Velocicoaster. That one's
Yeah.
155 feet. Okay, so they have to. Okay, so you're telling me so they have to be able to climb that, but that doesn't seem that high. For
With
3
skis.
hours?
But it's like mountain.
I know it's not
like
like,
you
it's
said,
not
like
straight
ice-
up. Yeah,
Right, yeah. So you got, you pick your route and you're hiking and you got your skis and you drop one ski, then you pick the other up and you drop the other ski and then, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Plus, I've never put skis on, but I'm looking at this dude climb up this hill here. There's
I've
no,
never put skis
I mean,
on.
yeah,
Me neither.
it definitely hinders how quickly you can move.
Okay, I'm now on Olympics.com. Oh, they. Okay, sprint race consists of an ascent and descent. Ascent has three stages. You begin with skis attached, remove them, place them in your backpacks, tackle first set of steps. Final stage involves a further ascent on skis before they're removed for the descent. Before the skins are removed. I don't know what that means. Various elimination rounds then lead up to the final, in which awards are. Oh, the normal duration of the race is around 3.5 minutes per heat.
Okay.
So where was?
What were you looking at?
So that was time. That was minutes, not hours.
Okay.
Okay, so the fastest time at the World Cup last year was 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Okay, that feels
That feels easier
that feels
to watch.
better.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, if you're looking for more of that long term, slower event, then the biathlon is fun too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess that kind of means. Oh, I guess cross country ski too. But everything else is it's pretty quick. It's kind of nice. Did you also see what happened with the bobsled incident during qualifying?
No.
I believe it was American. Let me see if I can pull it up. Maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Team USA bobsledder Chris Horn at the Bobsled World Cup. So, 4-person bobsled event.
Mm-hmm.
3 people slipped pushing it. So only one guy was in it the whole time. Now, on the surface, you're like, oh, well, that doesn't sound too bad. Except it's weighted
It matters because
to be 4 people
Mm-hmm.
with your pull and your gravity and be able to turn. So this one guy had to do it all by himself and ended up crashing at the end. He was okay, but because the weight wasn't the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, imagine and it's ice. Of course you're gonna slip. What are you talking about?
Yeah. No, that's scary.
But
It's like being in an inner tube at the water park.
right, it's supposed to be a 4-person inner tube.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, let me give you one more little cool update here. Current feels like outside is 13.
It's getting down there for you. And we're here complaining. It's actually 13 in other places. Yeah, we're at 20. We're at 21. It's getting there.
Hey, cold is cold.
It's gonna get in the teens. Yeah.
I think that's everything I got though. What else you got?
I had one little fun, cute story I stumbled upon. This teacher in Miami, big Dolphins fan, is using, she calls it NFL Elementary. NFL Elementary. There you go.
Okay.
Teaching her 3rd grade class math and life lessons and stuff using the NFL. And so at the beginning of her name's Mary Crippen, and it's something her mom did. She called it, let me find it, gridiron geography.
Cool.
Something her mom did. And now she's a 3rd grade teacher, and she's using the NFL to teach these kids, like I said, math and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so all the kids draft a team at the beginning of the school year, and a lot of their homework and assignments is tracking team stats and weather and game start time. And they were tracking, who was it? They were trying to see if a player could get to 2,000 yards, and so each week they came in and they updated his yards. He fell short here. Hill 1799, And she turned it into less about how he shot for the Stars and still broke the Dolphins' record and led the league in receiving yards and all this stuff. She had Jonnu Smith showed up to class one day
That's so cool.
to talk to the students. There's a picture on her Instagram of Jonnu Smith. So I thought that was cool, using, and she said it's helped relationships not only with her students because they're in class and competing with their teams and stuff and conversating. They've got that little community, but it's helping them connect like with their parents and stuff too because they're on the couch watching Red Zone talking about this player, that player, and they're like super into it. So I thought that was really cool.
That's awesome.
Sports bringing people together.
I will. There's two things. One is I saw somebody. I haven't done it personally, but there was the same thing. A teacher missed math. It was multiplication, so it must have been a little older, maybe like 4th or 5th grade. But basically, his was NBA. So everybody got he would buy like NBA trading cards. So like every kid got a pack of cards to start the unit. And in your trading cards, like that was your roster of 5. That's your starting 5. But then basically you would compete against other people. And he said it was almost like a D&D meets like stats in NBA. Okay, so if you have Nas Reed and his field goal percentage is so high, then you have to be able to roll to see if he makes a 2. Okay, but you're competing against somebody else who is Steph Curry and his field goal percentage is X. So then, okay, who wins this matchup? So I was like, oh, that's so... And they're statistics, and they're learning about all the players, and he gives different opportunities for, you've earned a new pack of cards. So if you like one of the new guys, you can add him to your roster.
Change your roster, yeah. But you got to trade.
You trade, or you drop him to the waiver wire, which means somebody else could pick him up.
Oh, that's sick.
So, and it's all just using their stats from their career. So cool. I thought, like, that's awesome, because that also gets these kids interested in, I want to go follow basketball. I want to go buy some playing cards, stuff like that.
He's turning them into little fantasy gurus early 100%.
on. But I've told you my story in college about fantasy baseball.
Yes. This was at Flagler, yeah?
Yeah, it was my sophomore year in... Was it accounting? No, it was... I don't remember what it was. One of those classes. But yeah, we had to draft a fantasy baseball team to start the... in the middle of the spring, as we started to spring training. And whoever had the highest number of points throughout the spring semester ended up like not having to take their final or something. Like it was worth it. So everybody's like, oh God, baseball. Like I need to learn baseball now.
You guys want to go watch the game later? Yeah.
It's just 1 o'clock. Let's go. No, what I do with my kids is I've turned my kids into fiends when it comes to March Madness.
Ooh.
So this will be year 3 of it. Well, it'll come around to like a week before the tournament. As soon as they do the bracket release and like who's matched up with who. Most of the kids, I would say there's like a small percentage of kids who really care. Really, like they know it already. So I'll turn the lights off, project it onto the wall, and I'll pull up like my ESPN, like the bracket games. Like you can go by like pick, and I'll name each one of the team like brackets in my account. Like first period, second period, third period, and I'll blow it up, put it on the wall, and I'll say, okay, if you think the top team, if you think Duke's going to win this matchup, you got to stand on this side of the gym. If you think Arizona's going to win this matchup, stand on that side of the gym. And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, all right, you got 5 seconds. Pick a side. And whoever had mower is the pick.
Okay.
So then we go down the whole bracket until we have a winner. So then, okay, first period, you've selected Gonzaga as your winner. And sometimes they'll get into like disagreements and we'll start learning about it. But then I print them all, post them all in the gym. So after that first weekend of games, which also the last 2 years it's been on that Thursday that we have school. It hasn't been spring break. So we have just put the games on at noon. So like while they're having class, I'll project it on the wall and the kids can sit and watch. Same with the women's games, or they can go and play. So then they're like a little bit invested. But then kids will start coming in like the day after and be like, all right, I'll take the Sharpie. Like I watched last night's game. Let me cross off who won and who lost. And last year we got three third grade teachers, a second grade teacher, all of the admin, and a couple of the middle school teachers all fill out one. So now the kids are like,
Now you could see,
you doing a bracket this year?
you can see Mr. Monsanto's, you can see Miss Williams, all their brackets up there, and kind of that's cool.
So
that's
then
dope.
that becomes, they'll go into this so and so's class, like, oh my gosh, I saw you pick them. Did you see they lost last night?
Your
Blah,
bracket
blah, blah.
sucks now.
And I think last year, like how ESPN does like total number of points, because you pick up more points for the later rounds. The winning bracket was the second grade class last year.
Nice.
And the teacher came in and like, I told my kids, I was like, yeah, whatever, candy or something, whatever, award, you'll win something. But now it's just turned into, they're like, oh, like this is so cool. And we did the men's brackets first day. When we did the women's brackets the next day, they were like, all right, I did a little research. I know who I want.
It's definitely going to be them,
okay.
this coach, all that stuff. That's awesome.
But you know there's still kids when they're like, Drake, when Drake is there. And they're like, no, he's going down immediately. I'm, guys, that's not how it goes. Like,
Different. It's not actually
they're a
Drake.
7 seed or something.
Yeah. It's not actually
It's a
Drake.
college, guys. Or the amount of guys, well, my parents went to UF, so they're going to win the whole thing. I was like, well, you
All
lucked
right.
out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sports are cool. That's where we're at.
So what I'm hearing is if your bracket wins a 4TR challenge, it was your kids. It wasn't you. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
It was the students. Picked your bracket for you.
100%. If I end up winning that ESPN, like whatever, it's like $50,000, $100,000, I'll be like, I'm not giving up any of the money, but
It's a lot of candy for the
I will
kids
give
that
them
picked it.
credit. You won't hear anything, but there will be signs when I just come in with a basket
All of
full
the Sam's
candy.
Club candy. Yep.
I now own Sam's Club, by the way. So, yeah, man, we'll do. We got one more before the Super Bowl. We'll get into. I want to go through the props with you.
Okay.
So some of them have started to come out because now ESPN put out a new game this year where it's the props challenge. We'll go through.
All right.
Well, you know what? We won't pick them, but I want to see what they are.
Okay.
Because I haven't clicked on them yet. I got the notification a couple days ago. Pigskin props. We'll officially build the entry. Okay, so winner, heads or tails, first scoring play, who will score the first touchdown, who's got more passing yards, which quarter has the most points scored, more receiving yards, more rushing yards, largest lead of the game, field goal of 50 or more, how many different players record a reception, and who wins the MVP. That's some good ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to slide me that thing. I'm gonna have to do some research.
Yeah, I'll text it to you. It's on their ESPN's fantasy page under pigskin prop games. So what is that? 10 pictures?
it.
Oh,
I
12,
see it, yeah.
12 games. 12 picks. So we'll get into that next week. Because regardless of how the game goes, it's always fun to kind of track some of that stuff.
Feel some sort of I don't know.
You gotta care a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
a little dopamine boost.
Yeah,
We're like,
yeah,
oh,
but-
hell yeah, I won the coin toss.
It means nothing, but I want it. So, all right. That's it, homie.
All right,
Enjoy
man.
the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, you as
When
well.
we get back, we'll be just approaching Super Bowl Sunday. We'll go from there. As always, like, subscribe. You know the deal.
Yeah, you guys know what to do.
Let us know what's your dream prop. What's the one that you can't wait to pay way too much money on for next Sunday?
We'll get that. Yeah, we'll get those details for Sunday.
All right. Until next time.
All right, take it easy.